Hey everyone, welcome to Shop Talk. We're looking at a carburetor that came off a Stihl chainsaw. It's a wall burrow. I'm going to do some testing on it. I'll show you the procedure for that. These carburetors have a fuel pump. It's activated by the crankcase vacuum pressure. Hooks up to here. Works a diaphragm in here, and that's how those fuel pumps work on the chainsaws. Most all of them are the same, or very similar, so this will just give you a general idea on how to test them all. And first thing you want to do is hook up to the nipple and pressurize it. And it is holding pressure. That's a good indication. If this was bleeding off, you could have an inlet needle that's causing problems, and that will cause a flooding condition. Plug into the fuel pump nipple. Put a little pressure on it, a little vacuum. It shows it's working, but we're still going to go inside and have a look. This is the fuel pump side. And this screen is real critical and real important, and you can see this one is very dirty, plugged. This would give you a lean running condition. This is an indication of a fuel filter that is not functioning properly, letting debris through, or the fuel filter is off, or you could have a hole in your fuel line. Any of those things could be causing this, and it is plugged. And the diaphragm, look at it. It's still pliable, but where you would replace it, I'd recommend replacing it anytime you open up a carburetor. And this is the dirty side of that diaphragm, and it's normal to see dirt and debris in here. This works off the crankcase pressure here, and you will see some debris in there. Check for play in the throttle shaft and the choke shaft. Make sure the nipples are tight, which we pressure checked it, that would have showed up. The metering side, and it does have to have atmospheric pressure to work properly, and that's what this little connector here is. This is called an intelligent carburetor. When your air filter gets partially plugged, it senses that and compensates for it. And this diaphragm, you want to pull it off, and I can tell right now that it's stiff. It's not in the best of shape. These should be very pliable, and they should not be stiff at all, and this one is. Here's your needle, inlet needle right here. And those need to be replaced, and that would showed up in the test. If this was leaking, that's a good indication that inlet needle has got a little ridge on it, some debris underneath it, and you want to replace it. When taking it apart, there is a little spring underneath here that will jump out, so be careful of that. There's the inlet needle, and there's that spring. Replace that inlet needle, clean the carburetor real good, and then when you're resetting this, when you get everything back in, make sure this inlet needle lever is flush with this base. If it's too high or too low, you'll get some erratic running. But that's just the basics on those carburetors. If you have any questions, you've got my number there, or you can email me and get hold of me.